I just filmed loads and I had a bogey, so that was a waste of my time. Never mind. Hello, my name's Katie, and in this video I'm going to be talking about 3 things that I wish I'd done differently when I started out as an illustrator 11 years ago. If you don't know me, my name's Katie. I'm a live event illustrator. I specialise in drawing pictures at events, so turning information into pictures while people talk. I've worked for people like Google, Facebook, Netflix, and yeah, I hope you find this video useful. And I'm also 1/3 of the Good Ship Illustration. We help illustrators and image makers navigate a creative career. So if you like this sort of chat, I'll poop. I won't poop. I'll put all the links below so that you can look up the Good Ship. Okay, I've kept it down to 3 things because I feel like it's boring if I talk for more than that time. So the thing number 1 is that I do wish I'd figured out what I was doing earlier, but in hindsight it was nice because I was playing around. I just did any job for anyone for a lot of the first chunk of time. I was finding my creative voice at that stage and just figuring out what work I enjoyed doing, what I didn't like doing. But yeah, would it be nice to speed that up a bit? It just felt like I was failing for a lot of the time. Well, I gave up really. I was like, this isn't working, never mind, and I went and I was a nanny for a long time. I did another video with my whole career so far on it. I'll put that somewhere here so you can click on it. Yeah, if I'd specialised earlier, things would have gone better, and I know that now. What's it that saying? If you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. And it can feel really scary as a creative to niche. I hate that word. I hate the word niche. But like my friend Georgia said a great thing, and that was niche for now. And that takes the pressure off because you're just choosing something for now. You don't have to get married to it. You can see how it goes. Thing number 2 that I wish I'd known sooner or done sooner was networking more. And maybe this is a thing for all creatives, but I've found, like, I'm a bit of an introvert. I like my own company. I can happily stay in the studio by myself all day long. I love it, actually. So, like, networking, even the word sounds horrible. The idea of going to an event where I don't know people and trying to make friends. But I say that, the times that I've gone out to events and made friends, it's been the best thing ever. And not even in real life. Like, in-life events are brilliant, but also online making friends has been really good. So some in-person events that I found really, really helpful. WAAAY, I don't know if it even still exists, but it was. I lived in Berlin, so I went to a Berlin meetup, and I know they did them in London as well for a while. And that was fantastic. I met Willa Gebby, Nikki Groom, Marluce de Vries, Victoria, Jennifer. And then from there, you know, it expands and expands. You meet one person and then you meet and you're like, they're cool, I really like them. And then you meet a million other people as well. Emma Block, like, just really lovely illustrators. And the nice thing about that is this overwhelming feeling of like community over competition. People are just there to like draw and have a drink and chat to people. It's not like, there can only be one, back off, this is my job. There's none of that. So it's lovely. The same goes for online, like looking at hashtags, exploring, you know, other communities. And the Good Ship, we have a lovely community. There's the hashtag GoodShipIllo, so you can see what people are up to on there. And we do live art clubs that are free, and you can see who else is at art club and who's chatting about it and stuff. And that's just a really lovely way to meet people who have loads in common and who are also doing things that you might find useful. So they might share competitions or like grants or whatever that are going to be useful for you. So yeah, it's just, I think what I'm trying to say is I wish I'd like spread my net. Is that the right word? I should have done that earlier because I was just a bit like shy and I didn't think I had anything to contribute, and I was like, I'm just gonna like travel and yeah, when you meet other people you see that it is possible and that lots of people are making a good living as illustrators. I'm just editing this and I realised I forgot to mention urban sketches, which I have used. I used to do urban sketching wherever I was travelling, and it's brilliant, and it's a huge, ginormous global community, so let's put that there. Click on that as well. Have a nice time. Goodbye. The third thing, the final thing, I wish I'd priced my work more confidently when I was starting out, because I went from working in retail in 2012, I think I was earning £6.44 an hour. That was the minimum wage, and I was a supervisor, so I actually held the key at Lush where I worked, which I don't know if you know, that's quite a big deal. But yeah, you didn't get paid any more, you just got the responsibility of holding the key, which I know I was like fine with that. But then going from earning £6.44 an hour to pricing your illustration work, it's a difficult jump, and your brain doesn't really catch up, which resulted in terrible pricing, like really lowballing myself, pricing my work so that I couldn't actually afford to be an illustrator, because you're not working 40 hours a week. I would never want to work 40 hours a week now. I'm like, I think I've got like 3 good hours in me a day, if that. It's on a good day. And I don't want to work every single day. So when you know all these things, you can figure out your pricing and you can make it work better for you, and you can be confident in your pricing. If only I'd known that earlier, I would have saved so much time and pain. Yeah, there was a bit where I was working even as a graphic designer. I took a job that was like was it an internship? It was like a graduate role, and it was £11,000 a year. And I couldn't afford to keep my car running, and my car was a really shitty old Corsa. It had mushrooms growing in the boot. Like when I put the fuel in, paid for the fuel, that was all my money gone, and it just meant that I was like sliding into debt. And if I'd known the value of what I was doing, I could have avoided that. But you know what? It was character forming, and here we are. I'm much better at all that stuff now. We'll be talking a lot about that in the business course, in the Good Shape illustration. Again, I'm gonna put all the links down there. But yeah, I would love to know what are the 3 things that you wish you'd known, or even 1. Like, what do you wish you'd known back then when you were starting out that you know now? I'm nosy. Tell me. I hope this has been useful. Goodbye.